So greetings from Pennsylvania once again, and it's time to do another edible and medicinal plants video. I wasn't actually planning on doing this video today, but up at the corner of the property here where I live at, there is some fruit ripening on a tree. It's a mulberry tree. So I thought, you know what, I was planning on doing it last year, I think, but I waited too long and then they were done and that was it. So we're gonna do it today. The mulberry tree. There's two species that grow here in Pennsylvania, the red mulberry and the white mulberry. And actually, I just quick did some research up on the computer before coming down here, and I learned something new today, so we'll share that too. We're gonna make our way up to the corner of the property. It's gonna be a bit noisy up there. It's right next to a road, but it'll have to do. And I was already out there munching on some of them earlier. They are yummy. If you eat them when they're ripe, they're good. So the genus name for the mulberry is Morris. I'll put it down below here. And if you have a red mulberry on your property, it's Morris rubra, rubra referring to red, Latin word for red. Or if it's the white mulberry, it's Morris alba, alba meaning white. And I was trying to determine what this one up here was. Is it a white mulberry or is it a red mulberry? And I was looking in my big tree book and other websites, but it turns out that the one thing I learned new is that a lot of times the two of them hybridize together, so it can be because I was seeing a mixture of characteristics. Sometimes in some ways it looked like the white mulberry, and sometimes the red mulberry. But so it's probably a hybrid of the two. And here is our mulberry tree. Like I said, it's a bit noisy here, and you can see all the mulberries on the driveway here. Those are all ripe mulberries having fallen down to the ground. A lot of these are probably edible too. They're all growing here in the tree too. Oh, get the leaves out of the way, but look at all of them. I should mention too that the name is deceiving. Whether it's a red mulberry or a white mulberry, they both, for the most part, turn this dark, like a black or dark purple color. And I've read that the white mulberry has a wider range of colors. It can be ripe when it is white or red. But since this is most likely a hybrid of the two, these are ripe when they're this black color, and they are good. And there's quite a few of them. There's tons of them growing on here. They are very edible. They will stain your clothes though, and your fingers and stuff though. Yeah. And like I said, there's characteristics of both. The red mulberry, the leaves tend to be duller on top. The white mulberry, the more shiny or lustrous, and these are lustrous. But red mulberries come to like a point on the leaves, and the whites don't. So this is lustrous on top, but it's not blunt at the tips. So it's kind of like a mixture of the two, if that makes any sense. There's a big one right there. Some of them, oh, tractor trailer coming. There you go. And the size of the fruits too, whoops, there goes one, were another indication of the two species. The red tend to be a bit longer, but like I said, I'm pretty sure it's a hybrid. In fact, the research I did just now says that most of the mulberry trees you find are hybrids of the two. These are good, actually. Look at all those up there. Who needs supper? Just growing all over these, just tons of them. The birds like them too, but I'm here picking out. Like, they just come off like 3 at a time. Stuff in my mouth. They're not poisonous. If you eat an unripe one, it's gonna be a bit more like a, yeah, like that one, slightly unripe, but more of a sour taste to it. If they're ripe, they're just great. So we'll get to the nutritional and the edibility factors of it in a little bit. There are some things you want to watch. You don't want to eat too many of them. But I should mention too that the red mulberry is the native species, and the white mulberry is the introduced species. And the white tends to be taking over. In fact, since they hybridize and stuff, there's some concern that the red mulberry is being squeezed out of existence in a sense, because if there's too much hybridization, there's maybe not really that many true red mulberries left, if that makes sense. But yeah. So let's talk a little about the nutritional values of these berries. I should mention that the plant does contain a milky sap that is toxic, but only the ripe berries are edible. No other part of the plant is used for eating. There's some beautiful ones right there, look at that. Gotta get a picture of those. Zoom in on those. See if it comes into focus there. I should mention that eating too many of these can make them act like a laxative, so maybe I shouldn't eat too many of them here. Oh, there goes one. But besides being tasty, I'm gonna grab those two that are left. They do have some nutritional value. They're 88% water, but they do contain 44% of the vitamin C that you need for your day, whatever that phrase is, your daily dose. It's 44% of the vitamin C for the day, and 14% of your iron. So they do have some nutritional values. You can see a whole bunch of ripe ones down there. Yeah, but there's tons of them here. I'm gonna reach in here and grab up a few more. Whoops. Yeah, they're just so ripe, they're just falling off the tree. Of course, if I could talk, they contain other micronutrients and stuff like that, so if you were in a survival situation, they are edible. You don't want to eat the unripe ones, the ones that are like more pinkish or reddish colors. They can cause things like nausea and cramps, or even it's been recorded that they cause hallucinations. So don't eat the unripe. Don't eat the unripe ones. Or watch out, you're gonna have that laxative effect happen. They're good though. Yeah, just look at some of the leaves here. Some of the leaves look like this, you know, but some of the ones, they also have lots of different lobed features to them too. They're all can be very different. Like this one, almost like a sassafras tree. Like this one has two mittens, or not mittens, but two thumbs. This one over here only has one thumb. So they have different. No single leaf is the same shape, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Some have no thumbs at all, like this one. So they never grow super big. You can see this one right here. Oh, look at all of them though. Actually, I better stop eating them, but anyway, a few more won't hurt. So that is the mulberry. Obviously, you can eat them just as they are, or, you know, like if you're in a survival situation or you find them out in the wild, you can eat them just as they are. But you can also obviously cook them in cookies and make pies out of them, all kinds of stuff like that. So yeah, once again, just another look at these beautiful berries. You can see the unripe ones here, they're white or red, and then when they're ready to eat, they have that dark color to them. All over, tons of them, grow all over the branches, tons of them. You can see them everywhere on this tree. So yeah. And if you want to eat them, you probably also have to fight the birds. The birds love these mulberries. I can hear them back in the tree behind me. But yeah, once again, but I think that'll be it for this video. An ode to the tasty mulberry. Just don't eat too many of them. And don't eat them when they're unripe. I might have to poo tonight. Anyway, as always, folks, thanks for coming along. Sorry about the traffic noise, but I had to do a video. The tree was right here, so I had to take advantage of that opportunity. As always, folks, thanks for coming along, and hopefully we'll see you on the next one. If you find a mulberry tree, enjoy the fruit.